Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to your December reading. So we have here the overall message of December. Then we have highlight number 1, 2 and 3. So the major events are things that you need to know about this month. I can already know that you are quite special, at least among the zodiacs that I've done already. And this time I'm starting backwards, so from Pisces, because you got 2 of these cards instead of 1. And also you got a month of the year. So I'm really excited to see what's coming up for you. So one we have is grow with the first quarter moon. So there is some growth and abundance coming up here. You can see the results of the work that you have put in. You can see kind of how your efforts are going to pan out for you. So this can be in many different ways, but basically you're seeing that every effort that you've put in is really adding up cohesively to make sense for you and your future. Next, we have waning gibbous moon with express. So there is a form of expression here. It can be talking to loved ones, but it can also be expressing yourself personally in many different avenues. It can be that you're communicating your needs and wishes very, very clearly, and you're feeling at ease with that. And that could be a form of growth as well that you might be experiencing. So the first highlight here, let's take a look at the month. We have April, so that corresponds with spring or autumn if you're living in the southern hemisphere. But April also is the 4th month, and that talks about stability and home environment. So something related to those areas could be coming to a period of growth. Perhaps you're finding a new place or building your own, or you're growing your family in some way. There is the birth of new ideas and new beginnings coming through. It can also be that something you started in April, you're seeing the results of that now, or you're experiencing the results of that now. And that is clarified with the secret admirer. Not really clarified, but what about April? That's what I asked. Or what about this month? So we have a secret admirer. This can be an unforeseen advantage. Something that you were not even planning on, growing, but it has been simultaneously kind of rolling on in the backdrop. So for example, you build a connection and you were not really trying to get anything out of that connection, or you're not expecting anything out of it. Meanwhile, you're just continuing, on your job or your projects, your hobbies, your life, your family, and so on. You just keep on doing what you have been doing, but simultaneously you're building a stronger connection with this person. Or let's say you have a new hobby and you're just practicing it in the backdrop without really any expectations from it, but now you see that something like that, which you did not start off with a sense of commitment, just evolves into a form of blessing for you in December. Now the next highlight we have is the jug, and that signifies lighthearted and carefree time. So yeah, having a good time, spending time with loved ones and in places that you feel positive. It's in general, expressive and free. You're being yourself. You're surrounded by the people you actually care about and people who actually care about you, and doing the things that make you feel more free. There is a sense of liberation and like you're letting down some obligations. Once again, something that has begun in April, the fact that it shows up and it is showing fruits or bearing flowers now, you see the signs of growth, and that fills you with some sense of confidence in whatever you have been attempting. Next, we have the bow, and it says you are highly thought of. And yeah, it can be different people who are thinking about it, and for some people it can be a literal secret admirer as well that you can hear from, or you have gotten into connection with them and now there is an expression from them, a confession that comes through. And this is someone perhaps that you can have fun with, and this person thinks very highly of you. Okay. What else? You again can be spending time with people who think about you a lot and think very highly of you. It can be that you are finding yourself in a place of status, a sense of prominence. Again, a growth that you have been working on, basically. So again, it's going to be different for everyone here. So okay, let's find some more details here. First your tarot, then oracle, and then the blessings. Okay. So we have, great. We have the Empress. This is all about dignity. I'm hearing elegance, dignity, poise, mastery, and of flow. It's like there is a sense of beauty, a sense of grace. You're accepting of many different types of people. It's as though you are very comforting to people from very diverse walks of life. It doesn't matter where you come from. And you have a very good sense of intuition here. You're understanding what your needs are, and you have no trouble expressing it. You have no trouble pursuing what is it that you desire as well. You're not finding any excuses to put yourself down in any way. Therefore, you're holding yourself in high regard. And this, I feel, is very directly corresponding with the bow here. I feel that you are thinking highly of yourself, and in a very deserving manner. Like, it's not something that you need to prove to yourself. You're just stepping up your own sense of self because you know you deserve it. Okay, so that very good sense of self-security is coming through. You feel very attractive about yourself, and it can be that other people are telling you as well, so it kind of ups your esteem as well. There is a sense of flow and harmony, so maintaining diplomacy, finding good relationships, and so on is as well likely. Then we have Tower, which is the beginning of change. Something that is not steady is going to fall away. But in this case, I'm also hearing epiphanies is definitely possible. It can be like a breakthrough and a liberation moment. The Tower, I usually describe it as breakdown in order to break through. It can be a voluntary thing that you have tried to get rid of, certain habits that you're trying to end, things like that. So you find that last bit of epiphany, or the realization that you need in order for a permanent metamorphosis. So I feel as though you have done that, are doing that, and are ready for change. And this way you're giving birth to something completely new. Some of you, it could be a surprise pregnancy, perhaps something in April has already begun. Of course, not resonating with everyone, but that can be the case for some. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is, of course, luck and fortune on your side. It's a very Jupiterian card, so upcycling, up-leveling in life, heightening your lifestyle in some way. There could be something expensive you purchase. That's as well possible with the Empress being there. Perhaps you get a holiday bonus and now you're feeling generous. The Wheel of Fortune is about generosity. Money could come your way, or good luck, good fortune, something of a sort of bonus or good cheer is coming towards you, which might be a surprise here, but that kind of gives you room to grow, or to grow something of your own. Perhaps you get some more time in your hands, some more flexibility, so you can decide, when you want to work, when you want to take a break, how much you want to spend time at home, or you want to go elsewhere, etc. So I feel there is a lot more in your hands now, and it might be a surprising turn of events. So far, 3 major arcana. So that's like a big month, or a very memorable month. That's what I would say. Again, a major arcana. Okay, so we have the Star card, which corresponds with Aquarius, and revolutions is considered Aquarian as well. So that with the wheel is, I feel, something that is a long time coming, something that is an ideal dream. It feels like whatever has been a wish for you for a very long time, something where you needed the perfect timing or the perfect contact, the perfect circumstances in order to move things forward, it can come about at this time. Again, I feel like you don't have an expectation attached to this, and that's why favorable circumstances are just coming towards you. It's more of an attractive position instead of you proactively going out and pushing for something. And I think that's a very smart place to be, given that Mars is retrograde. So taking forward action would most likely come back towards you instead of moving ahead the situation. So being in the attractive position and practicing diplomacy and working with what you have to the maximum of its capacity is actually going to benefit you in the longer run, where you make more headway than you would have if you only made forward movement here. So the Star is like a distant support coming towards you, a network coming to an aid, someone you know from, not really in a personal space coming to you and helping you out in some way. Again, you could have started contact with this person in April. Does not have to be, but very likely. Okay, the star also connects with visions and aspirations. So something you've always wanted to do, now you have the time to do it. Or now you have the resources to now put that dream into action. And we have the sun. Okay, so 5 on 5 major arcana, no big deal, right? The sun corresponds with Leo, and this again relates with expression and the secret admirer, some crushes or romantic connections that could be flourishing more if you're already in a connection. And if you're not, then this would be a time when you're especially appealing, and you might meet people from, again, unexpected places or unexpected backgrounds and different cultures, someone you did not expect to be feeling attracted to, but now you're kind of different because a lot has happened since then, things like that. With the tower there's always a surprise, but with the wheel there and all of the other cards, really, it's a very good surprise. The sun is success, happiness, optimism, carefree, lighthearted, all that energy, and also super creative. For some of you, you could be giving birth, and it might be like kind of it works out very perfectly in some way. You have the right help, you get to the right place, you are in the right place, things like that could also happen here. Sun corresponds with creativity too. So yeah, if you want to write or create something, would be a very good time to put yourself out there in some way or develop on your craft in the backdrop. Okay, so wow. All right, your oracles. We have create or alchemy. Again, we talk about creating so much, right? And alchemy is about transformation as well, creator of transformation, and combining unlikely components together to make magic happen, basically. This looks like a DNA regeneration. It's unlocking different facets of you, finding that you have all these other skill sets that, you've either forgotten to explore, or now, there are new opportunities coming around you, blossoming. So you're looking into different avenues and seeing what you can do with it. You can also be combining different departments, combining different skill sets, doing something very original of your own that is extremely true to you. And with number 60 here, it's about a change for the better, so that there is more harmony being ensured in your environment. It's like a very good space where you can create the changes instead of being kind of shoved by the changes. Okay. And I love that the wheel is here along with this, because it's like you're literally on top of the change. It could be, again, you starting the change, or you realizing that you need a change, and you're looking for different places where you would be more happy and fulfilled at this time. And just at the right time, perhaps opportunities would come in, or the right connections can come around. Then we have celebrate your wins, which is that thinking of yourself and others thinking of you in high regard, getting compliments and being respected and honored for your contributions in whichever way that you show up in the world. This is you acknowledging yourself as well, everything you've achieved so far, everything you've grown, all the ideas you've had, how you have nurtured yourself, your surroundings, your projects, and so on. So there is this really good sense of accomplishment, and you feel like you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Like there is a feeling of mastery and in control, in charge of your situation. And that does not mean that changes won't happen or that everything becomes rigid now, but it's just that you can handle whatever comes, and that's a very strong sense of confidence, right? Because if we're just trained to be confident for a specific situation in our life, then come on, like changes are inevitable, right? It kind of shows up here. But if you're feeling very confident, and it's kind of like these changes affirm your own faith in yourself. Okay, so your blessings, we have strength of character and moral integrity. Wow. Okay. So character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved, by Helen Keller. So, yeah, like really expressing and appreciating your growth, really. And it could even be someone who watches you from a distance, again, that secret admirer, right? Can be a father figure, mother figure, could be any one of these people who would mean something to you as well, who compliment you on that. It could be a partner too. If you have a child, then it could be the child expressing to you. But again, the other people's involvement is kind of dependent on your circumstance. But either way, you can appreciate it yourself. You can celebrate your own wins. You're giving yourself credit where it is due. And you're feeling strong for the future, basically, regardless of what comes. Then we have prosperity and compassion. Prosperity depends more on wanting what you have than on having what you want. Yeah, so feeling very happy and gracious with everything that you have right now, instead of being constantly on the quest, feeling like you don't have what you really want, or to be chasing after something that is not yours as of right now. So this is a very strong form of manifestation. This is where the gratitude comes in. It's the prosperity or the abundance mindset that you keep hearing about. It's where you acknowledge what you have right now and how that itself is enhancing your life right now. Like without that, your life would look something very different. If you lived in a different reality, then your definition of prosperity would be something completely different from what it is now, and so on. So giving thanks for all that you have and feeling compassionate about the journey you have led so far, because everyone's is different, and it's different for a reason. We're all trying to learn similar yet different lessons in life. So developing that sense of self-love and heightening your self-worth is, I think, the greatest form of respect you can show for yourself and your journey as well. It's lovely that you're doing that. And yeah, it's kind of reflecting. I feel you're glowing more. We have the sun, star, and the Empress. You're really glowing. You have a striking appearance, and the way you walk, the way you present yourself, again, that poise, grace, all of that is out front. It's visible, and you're commanding attention here. Wow, really, really strong here. Really strong. Okay, so Sagittarius, please, December. We have Capricorn, Uranus, and the 9th house. Okay, so Capricorn season is definitely with us in December. And we have Uranus, which is the planet of change and also connects with Aquarius, revolutions, shifts and changes, which are again meant for better, for greater stability here. There could be a non-traditional company that you want to join, a non-traditional way of showing up in the world. What you want to build here might be very different from what you have been expecting so far, what you've been striving towards so far. But this, while being on the sidelines, a side dream perhaps, is showing more signs of growth here. And that kind of reaffirms your faith in things in general, okay, in yourself, your capacity, and also your dream. The 9th house is about belief systems. It's about connection with a divinity, just like the star here. And it also talks about that expansion, the Jupiterian quality we talked about there. It's also about philosophy. It is where Sagittarius sits. So it's perfectly in line with you. There is definitely a lot of expansion for you here in this month. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Sagittarians. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.